I got one idea that I'm especially psyched out of my mind about. You know, it's one of those ideas where you're just like, yes!
Dave? Dave Flynn?
On the radio!
Hold on to your butts.
Hey there, welcome to Dave Flynn on the radio, the #1 blogcast on the internet. I'm Dave Flynn, and since reading is hard, I'm going to do it for you. You ever notice how some people know everything? Tell them about a book. Yeah, I know. A workout that changed your life. I know. A better way to do pretty much anything. I know. Funny thing is, the people saying it the most are usually the ones that are a little bit stuck in one way or the other, because I know sounds smart, but a lot of the time, it's just a reflex, a way to avoid looking foolish, a way to avoid being taught, or admitting there might still be something left to learn. And that little reflex, it's got a price. Missed opportunities, stalled growth, and people who eventually decide it's not worth trying to help you anymore. Turns out, the smartest people in the room are usually the quickest to say 3 words. Not, I know, right? It's more like this. Tell me more. You can find more stories and essays like this over at winwithflynn.com, but if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's jump into the show. I know, right? It's impossible to learn that which one thinks one already knows. Epictetus. Asking for help can be hard. Admitting what you don't know might be harder. You're probably nodding your head thinking, I know, right? But do you really? When was the last time you admitted you didn't know something? That insidious habit of telling yourself and others that you know is limiting your ability to admit when you don't. It's impacting your chances of receiving the help that you need. So knock it off. There's a difference between having heard something before and truly knowing it. If Dan Carlin starts to tell me about World War II, and I keep interrupting him saying, I know, he might get a little annoyed. He might choose to spend his time elsewhere. And if he does, I'll have lost a wonderful opportunity. I recently gave a book to someone. It was about health and longevity. They didn't finish it. Maybe they didn't start it. They told me, I knew all of it. This person was not particularly healthy. So what does it mean to know? Is having heard enough, or is it deeper? If you don't act on the information, do you really know it? I don't think you do. You don't really know your neighbor if it's just a wave over the fence. You don't really know the mountains if all you can do is point them out on a map, and you don't know about cold plunges just by reading about their benefits. Even Carlin would yield to someone with first-hand account. I know isn't as braggable as we think. Maybe the real flex is I do. I don't like missing opportunities like the Dan Carlin one, so I'm working to save my I knows for the things I really do know, which, the more I noodle on it, is not as much as I think. As our island of knowledge grows, so does our shoreline of ignorance. I know is relative. People do it unconsciously. They say, I know, when what they really mean is, you don't say, or how interesting. They'll say, I know to all sorts of wild things they had no clue about. I know is reflexive and it's performative. When you get in the habit of telling everyone how much you already know, you close your mind to the infinite world of things you don't. And that, as they say around here, can be a real drag. It can be a drag for your career, your growth, and for the people around you that are more than willing to help you out, but not if you already know. I know is limiting. What we're really after, instead of being a know-it-all, is a learn-it-all. positioning ourselves as that learn-it-all, as it turns out, is really endearing. It is helpful. It primes your mind to be open to learning opportunities. This requires you trade out all those I knows for tell me mores. People love teaching to a receptive audience. And that can be your superpower, to take what they are uniquely qualified to teach and absorb it. The knowledge is all there for you to have, but first, you've got to admit what you don't know, which is quite a lot. I know, right? There we have it. That's the pod. Thank you for listening. If you like what you hear, please share it with a friend. Give it a thumbs up. And if you've got a few extra seconds, give it a 5-star review on Apple or Spotify or wherever you are listening. The engagement will make you feel so good, and it'll help other people find the show. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
All right, there you go, America. I love you. I'm proud of you. I mean it. We gotta go. This is great.